Beloved Chamuel speaks, May 2, 1954. I am the angel of adoration, he who embodies that mighty fiat, thou shalt love the Lord thy God, with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy spirit. The beloved Venetian, who serves with me on this ray, embodies the activity of which Jesus spoke, when he said thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And quote, I bring to the remembrance of the flame that you hold within the chalice of your heart, that its very nature is adoration to its source. Its way back home to unity with God is through externalizing its divine nature. Oh, immortal flame of life within these hearts, arise, let the song of thanksgiving, the paean of praise, the immortal gratitude to the eternal Father of light, sing through the temple wherein thou dost dwell. Why sleep ye, when all the universe and all the galaxies are in constant adoration to the God of life and his messengers? Oh, great and mighty flame within these hearts, send forth thy rhythm of adoration to God, send it forth with the heartbeat, waking, sleeping, day and night, until the perfume of spiritual adoration fills the aura, until the essence of love divine forms a protective shell around each one, until the music and paean of praise is so tangible that even to enter within the sphere of influence and touch the hem of the garment of each student, is to experience the bliss of heaven for all the exiles that walk the way of earth and have lost the pathway home. Flame of adoration to God, thou shalt love thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy very self. I remind thee of this today. Flame of adoration within these hearts, not in spurts of enthusiasm, not in spurts of religious fervor, but in a constant, happy rhythm. Again assert your dominion through these temples. Make of each holy temple, man, woman and child, a cathedral through which resounds the worshipful songs of every electron that makes up the physical body, every electron that makes up the mind, every electron that makes up the feeling world and the etheric garment. Assemble the congregation of the individual cells and let gratitude rise for life, let gratitude rise for opportunity. We are in the day of opportunity not only to make things right, but opportunity to spread the cause of freedom and its glorious effects across the face of the planet into the consciousness of mankind. Thus will this earth be freed from limitations of every description. May there never again go forth from the heart of any life stream who has been blessed by the presence of Saint Germain, a vibratory action that is less than the joy, the gladness, the praise, the thanksgiving, and the adoration to the God of life for his goodness, for such sustained adoration is the consciousness of the kingdom of heaven. The primal difference between the kingdom of heaven and the realm in which you abide, children of earth, is that the consciousness in heaven never knows anything less than praise, thanksgiving, and gratitude to life. It never knows condemnation, discouragement, nor depression. It is in a constant rhythm of gratitude and ever-expanding adoration for all the gifts and powers that are from the universal first cause, spilled forth in great profusion, so much so that all the consciousness of the God-free beings put together could not grasp all of the ideas that are released from the mind and heart of the Father, even in 1 minute. The adoration flame is practical. It is one of the most practical activities that can be generated within the heart, soul, and spirit of the bound, because it is an actual treatment of the feeling as well as of the mind and an actual therapy to the flesh. True adoration to God has within it no self-seeking. It is an absolute relaxation, basking in the goodness of God and loving him for himself or loving any great God being who represents some special service to life. There is, therefore, within it none of the tension that sometimes attends prayer and invocation because of the use of human will. Adoration, to be the therapy for which it is meant in the return of the exile, is a complete devotion to the goodness of life. It is the same relaxed devotion that you feel when you sit in the sunshine on a beautiful spring day and absorb into yourself the goodness of the light of that mighty sun. Adoration is just a pouring forth of your life and all the gratitude that your heart can draw forth to the heart of the sun, to the heart of the presence, to the heart of Saint Germain or any God-free being. I challenge any individual in depression, any individual in pain, any individual in chains of any kind, to use the flame of adoration that is the true nature of their being. If in using that, they do not see and feel freedom, then the sun and the planets themselves will no longer move on their appointed course. The flame of adoration has been looked upon by the practical man as something for the visionary, for the aesthetic, for the devotional. It has been put aside by the human intellect as an opiate of the soul. Yet that flame of adoration contains within itself the most practical, scientific aspect of the law. That to which you give your life grows, multiplies, matures, and develops, whether it is a garden plot, whether it is a farm crop, or whether it is a friendship, human or divine. The pouring forth of the gratitude of your love and life multiplies and makes things grow. The pouring forth of adoration to the heart of the presence makes that presence within your own heart to grow. It makes that golden man expand and mature within the heart, even as the plants in your garden, to which you give the love of your life and the care of your hands, expand and multiply themselves. Adoration and love is the spiritual aspect of the law by which the beloved Jesus multiplied the loaves and the fishes, by which conscious precipitation may be increased in your world and your affairs. The giving of thanks for the substance at hand can duplicate that substance indefinitely. There is no limit to the response within life to love poured forth consciously, for love is life itself, and the cells within that which you love double, triple, and increase as you pour out your love and gratitude to them. Adoration is a divine alchemy, beloved hearts, which you may use well in your association one with the other. It is that power to adore the God flame within the hearts of unascended beings that enables us to continue to serve age after age, to continue to love, to continue to hold impersonal kindness, brushing away the appearance and the shadows. It enables us to give no thought to them but adoring that God flame within the heart, nourishing it by our faith and our confidence, and drawing it forth from that airless cell until one day each flame will arise the master presence of that human form. It is our adoration and devotion to that imprisoned life of God within the heart that has kept mankind from annihilation through the ages. If you, in your dealings one with another, were to use that flame, centering yourself within the stillness of your own heart and acknowledging then that the presence of God beats the heart of those around you, if you were, in calm, impersonal devotion to pour your adoration to the flame within the imprisoned heart of those who cause you distress, what would you do? You would increase the power, the pressure of that presence within that heart. You would increase the light rather than accentuate the shadows by the added accumulation of your censure and blame. The man who learns to adore the flame of life, to acknowledge that presence everywhere, may move in the world and find all life his friend, because the intelligent presence waiting within the heart of even those who seem to be the most difficult responds instantly to the salutation, when it comes from the feelings and not from the will or only from the lips. Beloved hearts of life, that flame of adoration directed to that which is good is a practical magnet within your hands to draw to you every good and perfect thing if you will use it. Over and over again we come, bringing to you the key to freedom, and your precious hearts respond, but so soon, you slip back into the habits of the centuries and forget to use these gifts which are ours to give, ours to remind you of, but yours to externalize. In the action of the violet ray that now plays on the planet Earth, what do you think that ray will do for you when you give your adoration to it? How it will leap forth in response to your devotion and love. In the action of the resurrection flame, in the action of the ascension flame, or any of the gifts from the hearts of the masters of heaven, beloved ones, practice pouring forth your greatest adoration. Although you know not its fullness, thanksgiving and gratitude are the activity of the adoration flame. Feel it increase and multiply within you. Prove that not behind convent wall, not in the hermitage alone, but on the streets, walking the pavement, cleaning your homes, turning the wheels of business. The adoration flame is a practical alchemy for multiplying good and decreasing evil. Among the millions of sons of men incarnate on this planet Earth today, you are the few who have chosen to part the veil of silence and allow me to give to you an outline of my service to life. I know, because of your centuries of devotion to spiritual things, that it shall live and truly wax strong. Oh, the happiness within that pink flame as it rises within your hearts and calls to the central sun of this system. Oh, the happiness that your bodies will feel and the lightness you will experience as you drop the appearance of age, distress, discomfort. As you learn to relax within that pink flame of gratitude and thanksgiving to life, the softness will erase the lines on your face and love will replace the hard look in the eyes. All these blessings come from the use of that flame of thanksgiving, of gratitude and adoration, of which my beloved complement is the spiritual being and heart. It is a cause for rejoicing that the mighty infinite spirit of thanksgiving and gratitude, whom I love and who is part of my life, shall increase and intensify now until her spirit covers the earth. When the beloved Pilgrim Fathers gave acknowledgement to the spirit of thanksgiving, they did draw into the lower atmosphere of Earth a focus of that flame, and that is why in, through and around the New England states particularly, the focus of love and the activity of the beloved nada is so powerfully felt. There is no such thing as happenstance in the placing of life streams at various strategic points on the Earth's surface. You think you are born to a family, in a nation, sometimes by happenstance. You think you are drawn by circumstance, sometimes very adverse, from a place of seeming security into a new locality where you must hew again for yourself a means of making a living. Yet if you could see at inner levels those great magnetic currents which draw your light that you might join together in cooperative units to be used by the cosmic law, you would rejoice as your feet responded, as outer circumstances caused necessary changes. It is thus that you are builded into grails through which specific qualities and blessings are poured to flow through the planet Earth and its evolutions, to bless, uplift and enrich all. The silent watchers who guard great movements magnetize certain life streams, and those individuals who are builded into a strong and mighty focus of light are guarded from the time of birth, and before. Then when the cosmic moment comes and the clarion call of the Master is sounded in the inner world of spirit, through natural channels, those people are invited to join together. Thus seemingly inconspicuous little life streams unite and make a grail, building a momentum of energy and service, if they can stand the riptide of disintegrating force. You have been thus drawn together. You have stood against those riptides, those mighty tidal waves of energy that have dashed themselves against your minds and bodies, sometimes with almost more force than you could stand individually. Sometimes your hands were almost torn from the rock of ages and your souls swept away to spiritual oblivion in those tides. We have watched, and you have survived. Your testing, your suffering, the salt tears you shed, the floors you have paced while standing in this light against seeming injustice, tests of faith and tests of character, have made these groups possible. As the beloved Mary, Mother of Jesus, said, the small activities of your daily living, the invisible victories, the decisions that you make in your own closet with the doors shut, which no man sees but ourselves, do not go unnoticed. Not only Jesus shed bitter tears and not only Jesus sweat blood. It is thus that we carve from a world of chaos a planet of freedom. There is the cosmic activity in which you engage, in which your soul and consciousness are able to arise and function freely at these inner levels backed by your faith and understanding. Then there is the outer self of you, the weary flesh, the tired mind, the striving consciousness. Jesus experienced this, Mary and Joseph, too. They pursued an ordinary course of life, carpentry, gardening, walking to the well, setting the table, meeting their friends and carving for themselves a little personal, homely existence. Then they had a mystic life with the angels, a life of beauty and mysticism, which they could not even voice in their small village lest they be cast from a cliff as sorcerers. They lived with their heads and hearts in heaven and their feet on earth, balancing the two activities. So, it is with you. You return now to your individual orbits. Never say again, could it have been? It is. It is. The world of form will prove it. With all your cosmic endeavors, please remember that hand in hand with cosmic service is individual development, application, and self-mastery. Some of you have made pledges of kindness to life, pledges to refrain from slander, pledges of mercy. Some of you gave private pledges of kindness, the homely things out of which to build the kingdom of heaven on earth. Remember these things as you move forward now. I challenge you. Sweep my flame of adoration through every condition in your life, to double your supply, to double your enthusiasm, to double your ability to serve and desire to serve, to triple all your activities. It can be done. Works not words are the order of the day. Everything increases through attention. The more life streams that have their attention on God, the greater the magnet, and the greater the magnet, the more souls come into divine alignment. You have seen it with crowds. Two people gather together, and soon you have a grouping. People are drawn here and there by attention and by love. We move now into the new day. Remember Chamuel. Remember to magnify and amplify the good. Take the money in your pocketbook and pass the adoration flame through it. Bless it and increase it and see what the use of that flame will do for you. I challenge you, children of my heart, to try this. I leave you now in the heart of adoration's flame. As you sing that beautiful song, praise God from whom all blessings flow, you shall receive my feeling of that adoration flame, the heart of the pink fire,